comment and subscribe to us. We are. So about that, we believe we had a little hiccup with some of the connection here, so we do welcome you back here to the Still Fans. If you weren't able to connect to us before, just having a few issues here, we should be fine for the rest of the game. We do have two big phone masts right next to us, so that we are ready for this game. The teams are out and ready for this fixture. I'll read you the teams out soon as we get going again. And Stocksbridge are going to kick off in this game. So we are looking forward to that one, as we see Ross Goodwin standing over it, ready for us to kick off. And here we go, Stocksbridge kicking from left to right in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, and Buxton in the blue shirts, white shorts, white socks, and kicking from right to left. They're immediately on the attack here with the trialist here moving backwards back to the halfway line. The Stocksbridge team is Harrison Davison Hale, trialist, Mitch Langton, trialist, Jack Tinker, Josh Millen, and Ross Goodwin, Curtis Turner, Thomas Poole, Gary Curtis, and a trialist. Whereas for Matlock Town today is Theo Richardson, trialist, Warren Clark, trialist, Josh Granite, who's the captain for them, Sean Newton, Lyndon McKell, trialist, Diego Deramo, trialist, and another trialist. So yes, please do, if you are here with us today, please do comment on the YouTube. We will try and shout a few of you out during the match today. As we see here, Buxton have the throw in just inside the half. They're going to throw it back to their defence here as they look to build from the back in this game. Obviously great to get in some good routines here early on in pre-season. Here, so it's just currently one of the trialists here is going to hit it cross field onto the right wing here, pass it back here, so go to their centre back. Just some passing here in their own half here, harmless enough for the Steels, but Buxton will break out. We saw them do a very competitive game against Morecambe in the FA Cup last season, so definitely a very dangerous team. You don't top the Northern Premier League Premier Division without being a good side, and it has been all Buxton with the ball, but a mistake there with the control leads to the Steels having a throw in here, and it's Millen on the ball right now. He's going to be forced backwards back to central defence with Langton, who's going to pass it back to Davison Hale. Big long kick forward aimed at the trialist who's in centre forward today, Gaz Curtis on the left and Poole on the right. It's one of the trialist centre backs there who's headed that forward for the Stocksbridge. Bit of a battle, and Turner gets the pass back to Tinker at left back. Tinker looks along for forward for a trialist to try and chase, but it's a bit overhit. It's going to be with Theo Richardson in the Buxton goal. We are 3 minutes into this match so far, 0-0 between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Buxton FC. Yeah, as Richardson takes his time. Big low ball forward. Langton's header is more backwards here, though no one's looking to get on the end of it. It's going to trickle back to Davison Hale, the former Hemsworth keeper, making his second appearance in a Steel shirt, taking over after the fan favourites Ed Hall and Mikey Roxburgh from last season. Rolls it out, gets forward now. Out. Buxton try to intercept, but Stocksbridge do get the ball forward, and here with the trialist, the number 9 trialist, flips it through to Thomas Poole there. He's actually forced to pass it back now to Curtis Turner. Turner's going to take it leftwards. Tinker's looking to get on the overlap, being covered well though by the trialist too. Back with Curtis Turner. He's been forced backwards here by some good pressure by Buxton. The ball goes forward and is headed away by Buxton, but it's only going back to Stocksbridge in central defence. Langton here is going to cover it and pass it to the trialist right back, who's very impressive at hands with this right back, and he's still here. Knocks it forward to Goodwin, flicks it to Poole. Poole's been running more backwards and forwards here. Back there, it's going to be clipped forward, headed away midfield by Buxton, but Millen's going to knock it forward here, and Curtis is going to use his strength to head it forward. But it's actually going to be a free kick to the home side here. So a bit of a quick start there. No chances as of yet. As that big long ball there finds Buxton on the right wing. Tinker's covered and gets the tackle in. Going to be our first corner of the game to Buxton. Great crossfield ball from the home side, but Tinker was able to recover well and knock the ball out of play. So we will have a Buxton corner here. We've seen Stocksbridge were weak from these in the last season. It's definitely something they will need to improve on going into this season. It's an outswinger by Buxton. There's a free header for the number 6, and it's just wide. Sean Newton there, who is left completely unmarked. But thankfully, it's an absolute let-off for the Steel's defence as he heads just wide. Actually, I weren't sure if that was going to go in because it's been my view that's been blocked by one of the foam masts as I'm having to fight off a fly. So, Davison Hale here will take the goal kick. We'll be lucky to say he's not conceded early on in this game, and his kick, he was going to go straight out. The push in the back of Ross Goodwin earns a free kick just inside our own half for the Steels. Going to be the trialist here. Here, the centre-back trialist, who featured on last Tuesday against Answorth. Makes the pass to Millen. Millen turns away from one of Buxton's trialists. Pass it back to Langton. Langton's going to try the Cosfield pass, aimed towards Gaz Curtis, but that's head away by the number 4 trialist up Buxton, with Tinker down the left for it. Tinker's trying to get down the left-hand side, does get the pass through, but it's been covered well by Buxton. He's going to look him. He's actually forced to kick that out, and it's a corner kick for Stocksbridge. So Stocksbridge, again, the weakness last season was attacking set pieces too. Only 1 goal directly from a corner. Rob Ludlam, who's no longer with the club, was at Answorth now. Was when he scored that. That's the last home game of the season against Dunstan as well. We'll see if that's been improved now. The ball curled in here, headed away there by Granite. Now to Poole there, who tries to clip the ball past, but it's actually been very kicked short, and now Buxton are on the counter-attack here through one of their trialists. They've slipped it through well here. Buxton on the attack, advancing into the box. It's a beautifully clipped ball to Girolamo, and it's going to hit the side netting there. And that was a very dangerous counter-attack from Buxton, showing the quality. Great ball, some lovely football, but thankfully for the Steels, the finish was not there. So, obviously, these two teams are familiar foes from when both teams were in the Northern Premier League Premier Division. Played plenty of times then. Obviously, Stocksbridge were mostly fighting towards the bottom at the time. Buxton would flip between battling promotion and against relegation, as we just see one of their Buxton's trialists clear that ball away for a throw-in inside Stocksbridge's half. Thank you to everyone who is listening today. Do give us a like as well as commenting. That will boost us in the algorithms, and if you aren't already subscribed, please do. So Tinker here will have the throw. Throws it up, it's cleared away by Buxton, and it's been bouncing over to go goals. It's a bit of a dodgy header away by the trialist who's wearing number 5 for the Steels today, and it's going to be a corner kick for Buxton. Buxton showing a lot of quality in this game so far. They'll hope to be more alive, but I say hope alive. The short corner's been taken. Aralamo's here on the edge of the box, clips across through, but Davison Hale claims. And again, Stocksbridge completely turning off from that corner, but thankfully nothing being made from it. Davison Hale's rolled it to his right-hand side here. The ball clipped through it. Tried the little clip on there, Thomas Poole, and Millen's trying to chest it down, but he's been out-muscled for the ball before Goodwin fights for it very well, and now it's the number 2 trialist who tries to escape and overlap, as he did so many times against Answorth last season, but he is tripped, and it's going to be a free kick there. See that our manager Ian Richards giving him some instructions there, as well as having a little chat with Josh Millen. Great ball there from the number 2 to the left-hand side to where Tinker is. Tinker's going to try and get on the wing with Curtis. Curtis has touches a bit heavy, but he's kept the ball there, and he's trying to find his way out of pressure. He can't, though, and it's going to be Mikel who gets the ball as he clips forward, but to no one in particular. And I say, it looked like it was safe in the hands of the trialist centre-back for Stocksbridge, but his pass, which was aimed at Langton's, behind him, and now it's in a throw-in an attacking position for Buxton. Just do want to, while we have a little break in play, thank DB Sports for joining the Stocksbridge Park Steels Gold Members Club here. Please do go on the website if you're a business that would like to join the Gold Members Club. Lots of incentives there, and it's been fantastic for you to support the club in an entirely new way. It's currently Buxton with the ball. They've done the short, but they're being forced backwards at the moment. It's Girolamo with the ball right now. He's going to try and clip the ball into the box. It's aimed at Clark there, who chests it towards goal. I think he wanted a bit of touch close to him, and Davison Hale has been able to claim that one. Davison Hale's going to change aim towards the right wing here. One in the air by Newton, actually, who had that great chance at the start of the game. He's headed it backwards. It's going to be a throw-in attempt between Stocksbridge. Haven't seen any chances for Stocksbridge yet. I don't think we've even had a shot in goal from what I remember, but maybe see one from this. As I say that, Buxton clear, but Langton's first on it, gets it to Millen. Millen's going to knock it to Tinker, who's just going on the halfway line here. He's going to try the ball forward to the trialist striker. He just misses the control, and it's going to bounce towards Richardson here. We are 11 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0 between Buxton and Stocksbridge Park Steels at the moment. On the right wing for Buxton now, forced it backwards to their trialist here, who's going to pass it back to Theo Richardson. Now the ball's going to be knocked forward here by the goalkeeper, and out of play here, throwing to the Steels. So it would be nice to see, obviously something that we did like out of Stocksbridge in the first 20 minutes of the game against Hansfield was a lot of the pressure they put on the defence on the side. Well, hopefully we'll see quite more of that in this game. Yet to see it as of yet, as that throw-in is miscontrolled out of play, so Buxton will get the ball back here. And Ian Richards is absolutely yelling at his players, because I think he's seen that Warren Clark is completely unmarked and not really being watched at all. One of the danger men for Buxton in this game. As Buxton on the right wing here will get a good tackle in though there from what the trial centre back, and it's going to be the third corner of the game from Buxton, and both so far have looked very dangerous for the home side. So this may be where we see our first goal of the game. We are 12 minutes into it. Stocksbridge will need to be more aware, more on their men to prevent the Conference North side now from scoring. Outswinging ball in, and it's headed over the bar there by the trialist centre-back. One that was being watched, and it was pressure on him this time, so it was a bit better handled than the others. It is a goal kick, though, all the same. As a siren goes off for whatever reason, I can see Twitter, the Russians aren't here, we're safe for now. So Davison Hale is going to clip that ball forward, headed forward by the number 7. There's a rustling from the PA system. I'm not sure what that's about. I imagine maybe the raffle's being drawn. Stocksbridge clip the ball forward. It's aimed towards Thomas Poole to try and see if he can get behind Newton, but it is going to fall safely with Richardson. Poole may be one of the players who's wanting a bit more out of this game than some of the others. He is a former Matlock Town man, so he will definitely want to get one over their biggest rivals, who have left them in the Northern Premier League for the season at least. Tinker takes a short throw here. It's now with Millen. Now to Turner, who passed it back here to the trialist. Clip forward here to Poole, who Goodwin is going to have to chase it back here. Evades the challenge very well, but only going to bow back to the trialist centre back here. Goodwin here, in right back essentially. Tries to find Turner on the right wing. It is intercepted by Newton though. Newton looking for the crossfield pass, and almost brilliantly found there. It's Jack Tinker who is completely aware for it and makes the interception. Back with Davison Hale there, whose short pass goes to the trialist centre back. Takes short pass here to Goodwin here to Millen, now to 2, tries to find Goodwin again, who finds a trialist 8, and Goodwin tackles down. It's a free kick to Buxton. And it's a quick corner taken, and it's found a Girolamo in space. Girolamo tunnels in, and it's a finish. It's 1-0 to Buxton. And as we've seen some of the corners, Stocksbridge Park Steels completely turned off from the set piece. And Girolamo, who is a quality striker, once rated as the next top star of Sheffield United, was one of the top players for Buxton last season, and you can see why we have a very classy finish from a quickly take free kick that the Steels just were not ready for. 1-0 Buxton. So that is 1-0 to Buxton there after 15 minutes in this game. And Stocksbridge will want to show something a bit more in for the rest of this game. Back here now with Stocksbridge, and they missed that pass, but actually it's Tinker, well, I say just back, he kicks it at least very forward, so it's not on the edge of the halfway line. say Stocksbridge are yet to have a chance in this game. Definitely Buxton's higher quality showing so far, as they have the throw-in in about midway through their half. Tinker didn't get it that far down the field before it went out to play. So it's weird. Oh. Right back here for Buxton. The control from Buxton though goes out to play. Stocksbridge get the ball back with their own throw-in. So Tinker here with throw-inners. You can hear quite a lot of fans getting a lot louder around here since that goal for the home side. As Buxton do very well, harrying Stocksbridge out of the ball, and the count on here, and Girolamo almost slipped in. Important interception from Stocksbridge, and they pass it right back to Stocksbridge, back to Girolamo, but he's so offside that Girolamo catches the ball and tries to do a drop kick in from about 40 yards out. He got it on target though, in fairness to him, but even he was aware of how offside he was at that one. So long ball forward from Stocksbridge, going to try and find Curtis here on the left wing. It is controlled here by Buxton, no intercept and then cleared. Stocksbridge are just not getting any sort of sniffing and attacking sense so far, as Millen's going to try and get on the end of this ball. Puts a big foot in, but still going to end up with Buxton. It's with Warren Clark now, we've not seen much of yet, but we've seen him there as he passes the number 2 of Stocksbridge, and he puts the cross in. It's behind everyone, but back to the trials number 8 in space, takes a shot, it's just over. Another good opportunity for Buxton to try and get their second of the game. Warren Clark, cross was just behind everyone. He got cleared right to the trialist number 8 for Buxton. Fizzes a shot just over Davison Hale's goal. So Davison Hale will be feeling a bit relieved about that one, and maybe just hoping to get a bit more time away from the goal, a bit of time of peace. Because at the moment he's having a bit of a barrage. It's being cleared out. Headed on here by Stocksbridge, and he's going to try and find on left wing. Going to be the trialist number 9. He was going to try and get it, but it's Buxton gets to first, pass it back to the keeper who clears it upfield. We're going to see if Langton can get his head on it. He does. Good header from Langton, and it's clipped away by the number 7 here for Stocksbridge, and the ball put now forward to Buxton, and it's going to be covered well there by Langton, who may have even had got a bit fouled there by the Buxton trialist, but it's going to be a goal kick anyway. So Davison Hale gets the ball back here. So opportunity for Davison Hale to clear this ball away. Big long clearance from him before it's going to Tinker, who heads it away. A bit of head tennis, but Millen's got it down on the ground, and he passes it back to Langton, who's going to clip along on forward, but again that's headed away by Buxton. Buxton dealing with everything in the air right now, but Tinker's winning a lot of headers too, though it is now in the midfield of Buxton. They're going to get it to Clark on the left wing back for Matlock on the ball now. He's already had burning of the number 2 before, and he's done it again, but he passes it short this time, back to Clark on the left hand side. He's going to find the trialist on the overlap here, and the cross is blocked by the number 2. It's going to be a corner for Buxton, and right now it is all for the side from Derbyshire, as they have yet another corner. Takes the corner short here to another trialist. It's clipped towards the far post. The header's there. It's going to just bounce across goal, and it's actually still in play there. Very close. Cleared by Stocksbridge now, but it's only out to play for another throw-in. So we have Clark now with the throw-in. Takes it back to Theo Richardson, who's going to take the long ball forward. It's on the right wing, who clips the ball down here to the trialist 11. Here tries to find the overlap of the trialist 2, but doesn't, and now Stocksbridge have earned a free kick. So as we're here in the Petership with an incredible view of Harper Hill, just over the hills beyond here, and of obviously my own, if you want my own personal connection, if you actually care about me, this is where I learned to drive because I couldn't pass my test in Sheffield. So, and they still let me have a card. Stocksbridge with the ball here, the number 2 trialist, tries to beat Clark, does get a bit of it, and it is going to trickle away to Buxton away. They're going to try and get on that left wing cut. Clark with a ton of pace. The trial centre back will have to be wary. He passes it off Clark for a throw-in here. So the trial, we see a throw-in for the Steels here. Very clever play from number 5 here. It's a long throwing forward. It's aimed towards the number 9 trialist. Stocksbridge is going to bounce up to play for another Steels throw-in though. We haven't seen much from this number 9 trialist. He wasn't one that was at Answorth. Will be interesting to see him on the ball. Hopefully we'll get a bit more service to him. One of those who may have benefited a bit more from the game against Parkgate where more chances would have been likely. Take the pass short there to Goodwin, who knocks the ball off a Buxton man and gets the throw-in. Now we do get to see the number 9 who chests it down quite well, but he is knocked away from him by the number 8 trialist. The number 9 Stocksbridge is in the corner trying to get away. He does get away. Great play from the number 9. Tries a shot side netting, and that's the first shot on goal for the Steels in this game. Perhaps a better option was on for the number 9, but very impressive to get away from 2 men pressing him into the corner there. But rolled away very well, and before hitting it into the near side netting, it was a disappointing finish in the end. Buxton have cleared that away there. As Buxton in central midfield, they're going to get it to Clark on the left, and he's got plenty of space here, and that is dangerous. And he's going to again pass the number 2. He has it very easy. The cross is in. It's headed on by the number 11, but that was going wide. He just got his head underneath the ball, and I think it may have been higher than the goal as well. But again, this Warren Clark, if you talk to any Buxton fan here, they will rave and rave about Warren Clark. He was a former Sheffield Wednesday youngster. He was the player of the season for the home side last year. And he's currently got the number 2 for the Steels on toast at the moment. So, anyway, just to answer the question, on some of our links it is still coming up as Parkgate. That's because we're using the old link that we've edited with the new details. So it's just something I can't control because of YouTube's weirdness. It's throwing to Buxton here just on the edge actually of the penalty box, Stocksbridge penalty box. As they look to make it 2 here. Stocksbridge are defending better, being a bit more aware after that goal from Girolamo. This team in the first half is probably more reminiscent of what we are going to see in the team. So I think what Ian will like to see from this first half is a side that is competitive with Buxton at the very least. We haven't seen much in attacking wise yet though from them. They're actually here. Number 9 has latched onto a loose ball from Stocksbridge. It's gone to Thomas Poole in the right wing. He's going to try the crossfield ball, but it is off target, and it's going to be headed back to Richardson. It was a good idea to try and find Gaz Curtis on the left hand side, but it hasn't worked on this occasion. Long ball here, headed up into the air by Clark as he fought for it, but Poole's going to be first to pass it back to the number 2, who's going to pass that back to Dave Snell. Bouncing ball back to him. The short pass was almost blocked there, but he's just about to get through. Goodwin tries to chest it round to Poole there, but it's going to go out of play. Here, Buxton throwing just inside the Steels half. 23 minutes into this half, it's 1-0 to Buxton FC at the moment. Buxton are on the attack here on the right wing here with their trialist overlapping, puts the low ball in, it's blocked away, and it's going to be a corner kick to Buxton, where they've been dangerous so far in this game. So a great opportunity for Buxton to double their lead here. They're going to take it short again. They have this up their sleeve, and the number 2 tries is going to clip it in here, and it just misses the head of the trialist 4. It's going to bounce out to play for a throw in there. I think if he had got a clean head onto that, that would have been 2-0. And they say these corners are outfoxing the Steels here, and they are going to have to learn quick if they don't want to go a couple of goals down here. Still just the 1 goal down at the moment from that very smart finish from Girolamo. Long ball through here, headed back away by Clark. It's going to be a throw in an identical position, so we go again for that. As the trialist will have another throw forward. Headed on by Goodwin, but Buxton will clear it away. Millen heads it back forward, but Buxton have won this midfield battle here. As they even get another free kick here. A similar position to where they got the first goal. It's a fair free kick, clipped down there by Goodwin, and it actually looks like the Buxton man, who are not being able to identify as of yet, is struggling to get to his feet here. He's going to just stay down for a moment. It is the trialist number 10, and he is back to his feet. Just limping a tiny bit after that one. Was a fair free kick, and looks like it's going to be a traditional set piece here rather than the quick free kick that outfoxed the Steel's defence last time. So it's going to be the trialist 8 going to take it. He feints that first one. We're going to see what happens the second time now. He goes for the second time. It's a great little ball in, and it's headed backwards there by the Buxton man and out for a goal kick. He just got his footing wrong and got a bit ahead of the ball, and it's an opportunity missed there, because again he got a good jump onto that, just mistimed the jump in the end. So it is 1-0 to Buxton here at the Silverlands. So far, that goal from Girolamo in the 15th minute being the difference between the two sides, though Buxton have been the better team so far. Only one shot on goal for Stocksbridge so far, was when the trialist number 9 managed to get away from two Buxton defenders, pressure him in the corner before hitting a shot into the side netting. That goal kick is headed away by the trialist number 4, and it's going to go out for a throw-in to Stocksbridge. So, 26 minutes gone in this game so far. As Buxton hit a ball towards the corners, but it's passed back to Davison Hale by a Stocksbridge man, and it's now cleared, though it is going to be Buxton on the ball here. They're being pressured by Goodwin, who is doing a lot of running in this game, though that ball forward from Buxton is going to bounce harmlessly out for a goal kick. So, a goal kick for Stocksbridge. Davison Hale, who's not made a save as of yet in this game, made a few impressive ones in the friendly against Answorth last week. Not seen him being called into a save yet, though he has conceded one, but that was a fantastic finish from Girolamo. As it's cleared up there, the headers kept that in, though Matlock have gone on the ball now. Matlock with a good opportunity to go forward. They've slipped the ball through very well there, and it's actually just bounced a bit awkwardly. Tinker's got a bit of the ball to clear it away, but actually it's going to be a goal kick, I think, or maybe even offside. It didn't look like it could have been. One of the handy things about this Buxton AstroTurf pitch is that we have some yellow lines across the pitch here, as well as our traditional football lines. Don't have any idea what sport they're for, these yellow lines, but they are sometimes useful for judging offsides. The ball's hit long forward, but headed away by Buxton here. Tinker misses header to keep in, but that's probably a good thing, because it's going to be a throw into Stocksbridge because of it. So Tinker will get to take this throw in now. Throwing back to Dave Snail, bounces awkwardly for him. His clearance is going to just go out to play because of that. Again, one of the things about playing on AstroTurf is that bounce is probably not going to be when you expect when you more used to playing on grass. Now maybe Davison Hale should be a bit more used to having played at Hemsworth for a bulk of last season, who also have an AstroTurf pitch. So maybe should be a bit more used to the bounce, our new number 1. Throwing short here to Buxton. They're going to try the crossfield pass to Clark, but it's well cut out by the right back here for Stockbridge, but it is back with Clark now. He's going to find Newton here with the trials 11, back to the trials 8 now with Warren Clark being closed down by Goodwin. Back to the number 8. Here, pass it across to the trialist 10. He's going to advance on goal, he's going to take the shot, and it's a well palmed away shot by Davison Hale before it bounced out for a corner kick to Buxton. Is one though, from this angle, it did look like that shot might have been going wide, and he might be one he could have afforded to have left, but when you're a goalkeeper, you just can't really take that chance, and it's better to take that chance than not. So it is going to be a corner here for the home siders. They've looked very good from so far. If you see a second goal, I'd bet it's going to be from a corner. The corner's in, it's very high actually, and as I say, they're great in corners. That one, he kicks straight out to play for a goal kick, as I put the commentator's curse on him. I wish I could do that on more opposition players during the season. So, it looks like we don't have any ball boys here out in this game because Davison Hale's been forced to fetch that one from the corner flag. Maybe we'll have to do like they did at Wimbledon. They've been proposing at Wimbledon to get some dogs in at some point. I mean, one of the articles that was floating around over the Wimbledon competition the last 2 weeks, which was a fun one to read, that they did try and train golden retrievers at one point, but they wouldn't give the ball back, which is probably any golden retriever owner would have told you. That goal kick is headed away, headed into the air though by Stocksbridge, and it's going to be the number 11 for Buxton who gets onto it, passes it back here to Mikel. And now to the trialist 10. He's going to find the trialist 11 here. Back to Clark. It's a bit behind Clark. He does pick it up though. He's going to cut inside here before passing it back to the trialist 10. Tries to find the pass through to the goal. There's a little tumble in the box, but there's nothing in that. And it's going to go back to Davison Hale. We're 31 minutes into this match so far. It is 1-0 to Buxton so far. Stocksbridge are actually holding them off quite well since that goal. I don't think they've not had many clear-cut chances. It has improved, and we have seen one shot on goal for the Steels, but it's been a big challenge for them today as Buxton tried to get an attack there, but it's going to be cleared away by Stocksbridge 2. Poole's going to try and get on the end of that, but it's cleared away by Buxton. A little slip from Buxton, gets Goodwin, get the header. To pass down by the number 9. Millen's going to be the first on that. He's going to find Tinker with a lovely ball there. Tinker's going to run. He's going to pass it forward to Curtis, and it's actually just going to be off target there and off for a throw. And this just seems to be the frustrating thing. Occasionally, you see a bit of momentum with the Steels, a bit of speed to the passing, a bit of something that could help in the attacking, then you get that one off target pass and it's out to play. Buxton get the ball back and they don't tend to give the ball back up quickly. As Buxton just kick that ball right back out to play, it's going to be a throw into Stocksbridge now. So it's going to be a throw-in. It looks like it's going to be inside the Steel. Actually, it's not going to be inside. It's going to be basically in the same position there. So it's about halfway through. Here for Tinker to take this throw-in. It's maybe an opportunity to come here, take a shot, headed back away by Buxton with the netting over the stand doing their job, stopping it going into the houses behind the stadium here at Silverlands. Throwing taken short. It is miscontrolled though by Curtis. Well, Turner, I believe it was there, and it's Buxton tried to carry it away. Tinker who stops it, and Tinker tackles well, and Tinker tries to escape. It does get the pass backwards to Millen though. Millen tries to avoid the challenge from the trials too, doesn't though, and Buxton have the ball back here. Buxton just so good at getting that ball back, and now it's Clark here on the left-hand side, and he's looked dangerous all game. He's going to pass the number 2 here. He does, the ball is in, and it's just about cleared away by Curtis Turner, I believe that was. It is, and he earns a free kick because of a completely random rugby challenge from the Buxton attacker there, which I think was just done because, well, it is a friendly. I think you could get away with it in the. So it's going to be a free kick to the Steels here. So it's going to be Davison Hale here with the free kick just in his own penalty box. We are 34 minutes gone in this game so far. Davison Hale's going to clear the ball upfield, headed backwards by Buxton, but then headed forward by the defender behind him. Turner's going to head it forward. It's a miscontrol there, and actually, as much as it would look like we were maybe getting ahead, as Curtis seems to get the ball in some space, the offside flag has gone up. So it's going to be a free kick here on that right-hand side for Buxton. Stops that attack in its tracks. It's going to try and look for the crossfield ball, but it is off target. It's actually going to bounce just. Oh, it looked like it was going to bounce a bit awkwardly there, just before it got to the penalty box area, but it doesn't, and Davison Hale is able to claim it. Davison Hale's here. He's aiming it towards Thomas Poole here, but Poole's misjudged it. It's headed away there by Newton, but only headed to Langton, who heads that forward. Turner tries to head it down for Tinker. Tinker's clearance is blocked there by Mikel, who knocks it forward for Derelama. Derelama's controlling it well. Lovely little jink pass though, but it was intercepted by Millen by Stocksbridge. The number 2 here is going to clear it up for the number 9 of Stocksbridge to chase. It is headed away by the track by Granite, And it's a throw in an attacking area for the Steels. See if Stocksbridge can try and nick a goal here before the end of the half. They did before Answorth. That was a goal from the youngster Ollie Novak, who's not here today. Poole here controls it, and he can't seem to escape his marker there, and it's going to be a throw-in here for Buxton. And it's going to be a throw-in here on the left-hand side. It's back to here with Clark, who takes throw-in back to the goalkeeper, Theo Richardson. You can see he's been well watched by number 9 because he's passed it short here to the number 4 now. He's been closed down as well, as Ian Richards is absolutely having a go at his players, demanding more from them. He's hit the demand mush tag on Football Manager there, and he has got the ball back high up the pitch, but it has gone back now to defence. Langton here to Tinker. Here Tinker's going to try and pass it forward, and it's well. Turner escapes the challenge well here. We've got Curtis on the left. Curtis is going to put the cross in, but the cross is short and cleared away. Here, back with the centre back though for Stocksbridge. Here with a trialist number 2. He's going to try and cut inside here. He's been well pressured by the number 11. He's pushed down, no ball, but number 9 here gets the ball, tricks away from man. Turner tries to put the ball into the box. It's blocked by the number 4, and the awkward bounce just gives enough time for the trialist 2 to get to it and clear out for a throw-in rather than the corner kick. So this is a throw-in for Stocksbridge as they're looking to have a bit of pressure in this. Yes, it's just nice to see some of the passes just work and a few happen in a row. As Stocksbridge, as I say, that the throw-in has been tucked away and gone to a Buxton man, and Buxton's going to try and get the counter here. Dirolamo's on the right wing. He's looking backwards at the moment. He is looking to turn, though he passes it backwards in the end to his number 2. Back to Dirolamo on the right wing here, looking to see what his options are. I think his option wasn't really aware it was one, and Stocksbridge have got a hit now. Goodwin on the counter, tries to slip Curtis through, but it's well intercepted by Buxton, and that counter is off. Though I don't think the other man there was on Dirolamo's wavelength at all. Buxton with the ball again now. The number 8 here, pass it to Warren Clark. Clark, short pass here back to the central midfield. Looking for Warren Clark with the 1-2. Clark cutting inside, pass it to their number 11. He's got some space, but his touch is heavy. Langton steps in well, clears it well, but it is back with Buxton in the right back position. The number 2 trialist tries the cross-field ball, looking for Clark. Clark holds it down well. Takes a short pass here, looking for Newton here on the overlap from central defence, and he knocks down his man there. Looking like it's Thomas Poole who was covering him, and it's a free kick to Stocksbridge Park Steels. So we are about 37 minutes into this first half here, as I can see many of the Buxton players have gone out to warm up. I can see in the left corner here. The trialist striker has headed it on well, and Poole here has got some space. Poole on the right side, cuts inside, big challenge there that gets a foul for the Steels, and what would have been a yellow card in a normal match won't be in a pre-season friendly. It was the trialist number 8 with quite a tough sliding challenge on Poole. Holds the former Matlock winger down. And it is the opportunity from the set piece. While I've mentioned how we weren't great from corners here, these sort of free kicks are a lot more effective for the Steels, though obviously no Josh Nodder or Sam Finlaw's taken now. Both have left the club. Now it is Curtis Turner on set piece duty. We'll see what his set piece is like now. He's going to curl this one in swinger, headed away by Buxton. Turner's going to haul it down though. He's knocked the ball back in, but only for Buxton to head away. Oh, back to Turner here. Controls it here. Great. The number 2 gets it first here centrally. Evades one challenge. He's coming through, passes it back to the number 9. He's trying to get away from the pressure of the 11. He's tricked his way in. He's now on the left wing here with Goodwin. Goodwin's going to cross the ball in. Headed away though by the number 5 here. Millen's got it now though. Millens controls it, passes it back here to Tinker. Onto the left-hand side. The ball's tried to be clipped into Curtis on the left wing. Curtis passes it back to Goodwin. Goodwin puts the ball in, headed away well though by Granite, and that attack though, which had a bit of promise there, is dealt with by Buxton. Stocksbridge still on the ball with a throw-in though. Throw-in taken short, and Buxton pressing well, and back pressing as actually I thought that was going to be a Buxton throw. It is still with the Steels at the moment. Tinker with the throw-in here. Tinker going to take the long throw, trying to find Goodwin here, but Goodwin, while he did like he was going to get in some space to put a good ball in, it is going to be a free kick because of the push off he got to create said space. So Theo Richardson here is going to take this free kick from their own box here. Tries to cross field to Clark. Clark chests it down. He evades the challenge of Poole. Clark's going to go on a run, but this time the number 2 does get a challenge in. And well, it's a free kick to Buxton there. So what happened there was that Turner and Clark both went for the ball after it bounced away into midfield. It was a 50-50 challenge, and in the end, Turner got Clark. Fair free kick from about 35 yards out, and it's going to be one that they are. It's a bit of an interesting one because it's too central for a crossing, but you'd say too far for a shot. At the very least, because the trialist's taking it, if he does shoot and it does go in, I think he'll go in and tell the Buxton manager, I want a contract. He's going to just try and clip the ball in, but the offside flag goes up instantly, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Steels. 41 minutes gone in this game so far. It is 1-0 to Buxton after that 15th minute goal from Girolamo. Buxton have been the better of two teams, but Stocksbridge are growing into it the more as the game goes on. It's just sometimes it's a bit of a shame that we're not going to see the same team in that second half. Davison Hale's going to clear it towards that right wing. Goodwin needs to hold down there as the ball, but it is going to be no free kick. It is a throw in to Buxton instead. It did go over Goodwin's head as he was hauled down. Newton's going to throw it back to the goalkeeper there and pass back to him. It's now in with Granite, who's going to look for the right wing run here. And it's going to bounce awkwardly. Tinker has got the worst of it though, and he tries to slide and challenge. The Buxton man goes over. There's appeals for a penalty from the fans, but it took so long to go over, you'd have thought the gravity was on the moon rather than Earth. It's with Buxton now. Now as he passes it back here to Sean Newton. Here in their central midfield. Now as they pass it around in their back line with Granite now to their right hand side. It is the 3-4-3 that Buxton are operating this evening. The crossfield pass here looking for Clark. Is going to be Clark with some space, who does get it. The number 2's facing him up. Cuts inside. Clark cuts backwards, looking to get to the halfway line. Takes the pass to the trialist 8. Takes another pass here to Mikel. Mikel's going to try and slip through to Girolamo. Girolamo did get a touch, but it's out for a goal kick. Here. 42 minutes gone here so far, I believe. My maths getting an absolute test here at the moment. As Davison Hale clears the ball up, but it's just going to be headed right back there by Mikel. But only be headed back by the Stocksbridge trialist. Bit of a tussle between the number 9 and one of the Buxton defenders, and this head tennis will continue before Mikel passes it backwards, which the number 2 trialist is going to have to go get. Knocks it forward here, the number 11 trialist is going to have it, and he overlaps and Tinker trips him down in what was a cynical challenge by the left back. Again, and it is actually a booking at a pre-season game. That, well, if anything describes Jack Tinker, it's getting a yellow card at a pre-season game. I am actually fairly impressed by that, more than anything. And now I'm going to have to work out to see if I can get yellow card emojis on our text thing here. I don't think I can at the moment. That's something to work on for the next game. So crossfield ball here from Buxton. You can see that they're always trying to look to get to Warren Clark whatever way they can. Does get it Clark here. Cuts inside, tries to find Girolamo, but it's cut out there by Stocksbridge, cleared away. It's going to bounce here, stay in play actually. Newton's got to go get it. Pass it back to Theo Richardson. Now he's been covered here by the number 9 trialist for Stocksbridge. Clears it away here to the right hand side for Buxton. Could pass it here to Mikel. Mikel being pressed well, but he does evade the challenge of Curtis Turner there. And now he's found on the overlap here. Buxton on the attack here on the right hand side. Buxton looking for a second. Pass it inside to number 11. He's looking to turn. He is turning. Feints the shot. Girolamo gets it. Pass it back to the number 11. The shot's in. Davison Hill just goes underneath, and it's in the back of the net. 2-0 Buxton. And well, it's lovely play between Girolamo and the trialist 11. Davison Hill got a bit of a leg to it. Not enough. Could see Langton trying to get to the ball to try and stop it from going in, but Buxton, right before the half ends, have made it 2-0, and that will probably be the most crushing part of this first half for the Steels, as they just couldn't hold on. It was some lovely give and go passing between Girolamo and the trialist, and it has been some of this good passing, good link-up play, and some of the space that they create, Stocksbridge, that has created these opportunities for the home side. It's 2-0 to Buxton now. So here we go, and well, Buxton played a bit too keen to restart there, as they get a bit of a telling off for going ahead of the whistle, but it's restarted now as the number 9 in Stocksbridge gets going, passes it here to Poole, tries to find him again, but he can't, and now Buxton on the attack. Poole gets the interception, Goodwin here, back to the number 2. Number 2 here is going to clip it forward for Poole. Poole's going to just try and get under his feet. It's just gone under him, and it's going to go. Well, Richardson's going to get it before it goes for a goal kick there. We should be getting half time any minute now in this game. 2-0 to Buxton, goals from Girolamo and the trialist. Well, here forward as that goal scoring trialist heads it on. Millen's going to be the first on to that one though. He's going to cover it, pass it back to Davison Hale's being covered there by Girolamo. Could have been a bit dangerous that, but. And that clearance is intercepted. It's with Mikel now for Buxton, but he's being tackled, and Turner has the ball. Turner back to number 9, who has looked bright in the few touches he's done. He's looked bright there, but sometimes I think his passing's just not been aware of what other players are doing. And he did try to find Turner a bit short pass, and Turner was going for the overlap. Buxton on the attack here now with Warren Clark. God, we're going to be glad to see him off the pitch if he does take it. Clark he's past his man, tries to put the ball across goal, and it's going to go out for a corner kick. This may be our last action of the first half. So, probably our last action of this first half here as we get this corner kick. It's going to be the trial. Well, it looks like, I'm trying to think who it is. It looks like the trialist number 8 is going to take it, but it just gets a little message from Girolamo of what he wants to do. So, we will have a look to see what will happen from this corner. A lot of space in the box here as Buxton looks to do one of their routines. It's overhit the corner. Still headed down by Buxton, knocked towards goal by Trials, and that will be half time here. It is Buxton 2, Stocksbridge Park Steels 0. A 15th minute goal from Diego Girolamo. The Steels completely turning off from the free kick, allowing Girolamo to get in with acres of space. A clever finish giving Buxton the lead. Stocksbridge did go into the game, though they've struggled to create many chances. Their only shot on goal came from when the trialist number 9 evaded 2 men from the corner flag to cut through, and from a narrow angle hit the side netting. They did look like they were going to get to just 1-0 at the half, but it was some good, lovely give and go passing between Girolamo and the trialist, which led to the trialist scoring. It is 2-0 here to Buxton FC. We will see you again in 15 minutes for the second half. Hello and welcome back to the Silverlands. I'm Adam Allcroft, your commentator here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. You join us with the game being led by Buxton, 2-0. We've got a completely different team for Stocksbridge that we will read out for you in a moment as Buxton kick the game off. They're kicking left to right in a blue shirt, white shorts, white socks, whereas the Steels are kicking from right to left in the yellow shirts, blue shorts and blue socks. So we're just going to advertise ourselves for the second half on the Twitter because I can't do two things at once without saying them. So we'll just read out Stocksbridge's team. There's a couple of changes for Buxton, but we have no idea what they are, so we're just going to take it as it goes. As actually Stocksbridge on the attack here on the right wing here as what the tries I believe is there. Flicks it in there. Oh, very close there to a Stockbridge man. I think it was Cody Pryor there coming in late to try and get on the end of that. And a bright start for the Steels. So the Steels team in this half. There is a trialist and gold, and there's Jordan Lemon making his first appearance of this pre-season. Charlie Oglesby making his first appearance as Steels with a chance, but the control there not great, and he just slams it wide. I believe that may have been DeFalco there. Okay, we'll continue with the team. Charlie Oglesby making his first appearance for the Steels since signing from Staveley. Then a trialist at centre-back and a trialist at left-back. Then the midfield is Cody Pryor, Alex O'Connor and Mitch Langton moving up into central midfield from centre-back in the first half. Then we have a trialist on the right wing, DeFalco at centre-forward, and then Clark Greaves on left wing, 18 months out with an ACL injury. The last time we saw him was just before that COVID season ended in November. It is fantastic to see him back in a Steels shirt playing for the first team today. Did make a couple of appearances for the reserves last year as Buxton on the attack here, but the trialist coming out and doing some proper sweeper-keepering. And also, almost clearing the stadium and hitting someone's roof behind there. I think he actually did clear the stadium and it's gone out of Silverlands there. That's a job for one of the volunteers at Buxton to go fetch it. Poor bloke. As I say, we are expecting a lot of changes for Buxton as well. They have a lot of trialists who potentially come on, or some of the other lads who may be coming on for Buxton in this second half are the likes of Declan Poole, Jason Gilchrist, James Hardy, Jack McKay and Jake Moult. So we are here with Stockbridge on a throw-in in their own half at the moment. Big long throw aimed towards DeFalco, but it's headed away by Buxton, and they just about keep it in as well. But it's only gone to O'Connor here, who's trying to find Greaves, but it's well cut out before the trialist gets in there, keeps it in. He's actually taken some of the man as well, and that means a free kick here. That trialist left back who caught a lot of eyes in the game against Answorth. He played in the first half in this game, and he plays in the second half for this one. It'll be interesting to see how well he does against opposition such as Buxton. So just wait for this free kick. A bit of a talking to the left back. May well have been one of those. If it weren't pre-season, you'd have been booked for it talks, as we do get a bit in these friendlies. Remember, it's pre-season for the referees as well as the players. So ball clip forward. That's the trialist number 4 from the first half, and the left back trialist for Stockbridge is going to clear that away. It's just going to bounce into the box though for, I think that's still Theo Richardson in the Buxton goal. We'll have a look at the number and check. Then again, I think Richardson had a beard and this one doesn't seem to. So it's all a guessing game in some of these pre-season friendlies. As Buxton clear it out towards right back, and it goes over the head of Lemon and also Newton, who is pushing forward. It's going to be a throw-in to the Steels. So Lemon here is going to take the throw in. He's taking a bit of time to take it here, and in what is just this amazing view of the stadium. So we can see the house, we can see the hills and Harper Hill right in the background. One of the all-time great views, this stadium, as Stocksbridge clear that ball away. It's chested down by DeFalco, but just robbed away from him. Big test for Luca DeFalco tonight. He's usually in our reserve side, definitely one of the shining lights of that reserve side. And if he can impress against Northern Premier League opposition, as he closes down the defender there, but Buxton do keep the ball, It is going to be a huge big boost for him, and potentially a sign that maybe he should be in the first team for next season. Buxton's pass there. I don't think anyone was quite aware it was coming there, but they have rescued it, kept it in play there on that left-hand side. So it passes back here to their central defence now. Taking time here onto their right-hand side, the trialist, number 2 for them. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing a bit of Greaves on the ball. He's on the left wing, used to him more at full-back, but on the wing today. One of his great benefits is his versatility, as the 11 trialist is on the ball now. Pass it sideways to their trialist 8. He's going to get it to their substitute, the number 17 here. 17 here for Buxton. Puts a good ball in, and the 11 doesn't get a decent header onto it. And it's actually headed away by Jordan Lemon there. It's going to be a throw into Buxton on that left-hand side. So it's going to be take the short throw back to the throw-in taker here for Buxton. Gets took down by a Steels player, but I think it was the trialist right winger there, and it's going to be a free kick for Buxton from a very dangerous position as well. So very dangerous for Buxton. Could be a third from here with the Steels defending from set pieces so far. We'll see how it goes. Takes the short pass here to Diralama. Diralama's looking to turn. He's got a couple of men ahead of him. He's been forced to turn backwards and pass the ball out of the box there. Ball goes in. Headed away, though, by the Steels. And the number 3 trialist is going to try and get onto it here. But they can't. He can't. It's a throw into Buxton. So it's the 17 here. So 17 takes a throw, and number 3 intercepts it, clears it away. It's going to bounce for a throw into Buxton inside their own half. Well cut out there by the trialist 3. Takes a throw in short here to centre back. So thank you for everyone for rejoining us in this second half. We do thank everyone for their commentary, for joining us on this commentary. We know it's pre-season. We know these aren't the most important games in the world in terms of what the results mean, but so I do always enjoy a bit of it, because you always get the little hints of what is to be, and you get to see some of these trialists who can be very impressive. And I do like when myth builds around one trialist, as the pressure from Stocksbridge up front from DeFalco actually gives a free kick away. So Buxton built from that. It must be about 60% plus possession for Buxton. What is, can I just say, the sweetest relief has just happened here at the top of this stadium. I've got a cool breeze. I've been begging for one of those all day. Oh, can guarantee the Peak District for being a little bit cooler than the rest of the country. We are getting a beautiful sunset evening here at Silverlands. Stocksbridge earned a bit of a throw in about halfway through the Buxton half. So Lemon takes the throw in, and it's touched away by the trialist, and Buxton got the ball back now. And trialist is actually well done by the trialist there. He's closing it down. He tries to feint him, the Buxton defender, and he feints too much because it goes out of play for a throw into the Steels on the edge of the Buxton penalty area. Just being a bit too clever for his own good there. Lemon puts the long throw in. It's aimed towards Greaves, but it's over the head of Greaves, going to bounce to the goalkeeper here. And he's taking the throw in quick now. And it's with this 17 that's come on to Derelamo, who's passed it back now to the 8 trialist, with a very young looking central midfielder there for Buxton. Their number 10 trialist. And Buxton keeping the ball well in their own half. You can see this is what Buxton are doing well, keeping possession. Not really letting Stocksbridge have much of a sniff at the moment. So long ball forward from Buxton here, and it's going to just about work out, but Stocksbridge have intercepted it. They've only headed it right back to Buxton here. Buxton very loud side anytime they get possession back. Lowe is shouting for it, but that pass is cut out at number 3, and DeFalco's got space here. DeFalco here tries the pass. I think he just got a bit caught in two minds of whether to run or pass there, and ended up missing his opportunity to have the pass, and probably ended up missing his chance to shoot, do anything other than get the ball away back to Buxton. Buxton on the ball now here. As the number 10 evades the challenge from Cody Pryor here. And some lovely little passing from Buxton here. Just some lovely, just short passing, though that one that was trying to be the killer one was cut out and passed all the way back to the trials goalkeeper, who we've not seen anything of in this second half so far. So Buxton with the ball here. It's in their own central defensive route here. It is a bit of a 3-4-3 that they operate here, with one holding midfielder, Buxton, from what I can see. We are starting to see just a bit in non-league, the three-man defence start to appear. As Buxton just says, they do. I just can hear one of their defenders shouting, keep moving it, and that is what they're doing. They don't ever seem to dwell on the ball too much. And that's why Stocksbridge are basically just chasing shadows at the moment. As they just pass it, the goalkeeper has it right now. So that's the one good thing Stocksbridge have done, is Clark Greaves looks to close down the pass, but it is going to go long instead. And that's headed down here, and Langton's going to try and get in such a way, evades the challenge. I think then just tricks his way into trouble there, and he is now tackled, but earns the free kick for the shirt toe, much to the chagrin of one of the Buxton players, who does a very choice word that can't be heard on the radio. So it is a free kick here for the Steels in the second half. They go with the crossfield pass here to Jordan Lemon, making his first appearance of this season. Former Matlock Town man himself, so maybe a two-footer challenge from him to come. His crossfield pass is actually a bit short, but I think it may have took a touch off a Matlock defender there. We'll see what the referee says. Will it be a throw-in in the area? It is a throw-in. The referee didn't say anything, but it is. And now Stockbridge have the chance, and Langton's going to take the shot, and it's the first shot on target, but comfortably saved by the Buxton keeper. Mitch Langton there getting his foot round it well, but the direction was not the greatest. I think that is a trialist goalkeeper in for Buxton now. And they have it on their left wing now. There's that trialist 11, the goal scorer, has the ball, pass it backwards, trying to get it in, and Greaves gets the interception here. Greaves on the left-hand side. Greaves is going to try and beat his man. He's got the pace here. He cuts inside. He's in the box. Greaves, and he just gets tackled at the last moment. And well, what a moment it would have been if Clark Greaves could have pulled that off. And what's wonderful to see, though, is that despite that ACL injury, which kept him out for 18 months, the pace and the fact he can beat a man is still there. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Just a shame out that final challenge, just stopping, and maybe he could have taken a pass or a shot just a bit early, but great work from Clark Greaves there. Buxton with the ball now in their own defence. In their own central defence right now. So, ball clipped forward. As Buxton tried to keep the ball there, but Langton does well to hold it back, and O'Connor gets the touch forward. Greaves was waiting to try and get the rough off, but it was well intercepted. And now it's well won there by the trialist centre-back, who's put it forward to the trialist winger. The winger's trying to escape two men who are covering him. He's only got one now. He's forced backwards, though, to Lemon, who's knocking it forward long. It's going to be, I believe that's Alex O'Connor there, trying to get it in the box. He's trying to keep it in. He just about does. He goes to the option for the winger. The winger just goes past him. He's trying to be the first man on it. He evades the challenge of one of the Buxton men who's appealing for the free kick himself. And it's going to be put in by Cody Pryor. And now he's going to still be on the right wing with the trialist now. Back here, and the ball is going to be clipped in by Stocksbridge, but headed away by Buxton. Much better in the second half from Stocksbridge here. The number 3 here is going to try to clip the ball in, but it's chested back to the goalkeeper. And that should end the attack, but that looked quite dangerous from the Steels. Steels looking quite good in the second half, quite promising. Definitely looking equal to a Conference North side. This is the highest ranked side in the football pyramid that Stocksbridge are going to face, as we're not going to really count the Sheffield Wednesday and Barnsley 11s in this. So a huge test tonight. In the first half, maybe looked a bit outclassed at times. But in this second half, I would say that while Buxton do look a better side with the possession, Steels are not looking out of place. It's currently Buxton with the ball, and this is what Buxton do look better on. They can keep the ball for long periods of time. Though Stocksbridge, I think, are quite happy just to let them have it in their own centre defence at the moment. As DeFalco just watches the press, and the pass is a bit off target, and the number 3 is going to collect it, pass it forward to Greaves. Greaves is looking to turn his man here, and the man he was trying to turn gets a tackle, and it's a throw into Stocksbridge. So the throw-in is going to go back to... I've been calling him the number 3 because he's at left back. He's actually wearing a number 2 shirt just because, let's be a bit extra confusing for any of the commentators there. But he throws it back to Langton, and that's a well-done header by the number 17 from Buxton to stop that from advancing. But it's just going to be another throw-in to the Steels here. I was interested to see Langton, who, as I told you, has come into central midfield there. I think he did a good performance at centre-back in that first half, but he's in central midfield now, and I think he's put a few decent tackles in. As I can see, Buxton are making 2 substitutions at the moment. They're bringing a number 12 and a number 14 on, and I think actually a number 15 as well. They may also be your lottery numbers for the evening, I don't know. They mean as much as lottery numbers to me as there's no numbers on my sheet, and these could be anyone. So we will see what happens here. The number 2 is going to, as they say, who's running at left back, the trialist here is going to take the throw in. He's looking, just not seeing what options he has on here at the moment. Everyone seems to be marked up. Instead he takes it short to Pryor, who will get it back to number 2, who's going to try the crossfield thing. I don't think Lemon was truly aware of that, but instead it's actually going to be the winger who goes back to it. A well-towering header from Buxton gets it, but it's only back to the Stocksbridge defender who passes it forward to DeFalco, takes the touch to the winger who clips it onto the right-hand side where Alex O'Connor is. O'Connor on the right-hand side cuts it back, but that has been well tackled by one of those substitutes, and Buxton get the ball back. That's the thing, Stocksbridge have had more of the ball in those attacking it, as I say, and Buxton on the counter here on the left-hand side, that number 14, he's got 15 in the centre. Number 14 takes it to the bar and gets it through. He misses everyone. He's got the 10 on the edge of the area. The 10's going to take the shot. Headed away. Or it looked like it was going to fizz in as well. Greaves here looking to turn his tackle away to throw into Stocksbridge. And that was Buxton's best attack of the second half. As Stocksbridge have looked a bit more like the scores. Greaves is going to try and knock one over for DeFalco chase. DeFalco doesn't chase it. I think he may have been in an offside position. It's back to the Buxton goalkeeper now, as he throws it out there to, and it's with their midfield now. I'm just trying to suss out, see if the formation has changed. No, it's still looking like it could be a 3-4-3 or maybe, God knows what it is, but Stocksbridge have blocked that attack from going through, and it's going to be, we're back to Buxton. It's ball stayed in play here. And it's back with their central defence. I think it is now more of a maybe a 4-3-3 now in the second half. As that number 2 has cut out the left back has cut it out very well. Takes the pass there to O'Connor, but O'Connor loses possession though to the Buxton man, who gets it back to their central defence. Buxton just determined to build from the back. One of the benefits of the AstroTurf pitch is that you'll be able to have a good pitch all season to do that sort of pass football. The long pass has been cut out by Stocksbridge, and they have cleared. They're headed back into play by Buxton though, and they have got the ball in the Steel's half right now. Get it cross ball here to the number 2. Here, and he's going to take his time here before advancing forwards. Got plenty of space to do so as he gets it down to that 17, back to the number 2. As Greaves is going to close him down a bit, but that means he's going to pass it centrally. Buxton just must be above 60% possession, but they've not really done too much in that second half. So I'm going to commentate to Kurz Stocksbridge here, as they are on the attack now. It's 17 here. It's Vance's on the box. He cuts inside. Pryor misses that tackle. It's with 12 now. 12 evades another tackle from Pryor. Tries to cut the ball into the box. It's bounced back to 12, but this time it's Lemon who gets the crucial interception there. Crossed in. It's over everyone and out for a goal kick. Dangerous cross. Goal kicks. Which actually, I say goal kick, looks like the last touch did come off a Steel's man. It's going to be a corner kick. So, an opportunity for Buxton to get the corner in. So, obviously, I do keep Twitter up, and I can see some of the updates from other games. I'm going to let you know something that's happened at one of the other friendlies, which is some of our fans may find a bit typical, as this corner does go in, floated towards the far post, headed away for what's going to be an attacking throw in there. Yeah, we just had a report from the match between Frickley and Pontefract. 2 teams we had coming together with in the last season, I think is the polite way of saying it. Just seen Frickley's update. We shoot over after a brief hiatus, after a horrendous challenge, and a punch from the Pontefract player. It's a friendly, guys. But obviously some things going off between Pontefract and Frickley. Frickley with the new manager Wayne Benn there. It's a good ball in there by Buxton. It's halfly cleared away by Stocksbridge, and Greaves is headed back to the number 3, who's going to try and find DeFalco on the overlap there. It's a bit long though, and it's just going to go back to the goalkeeper there. So it's going to go back to him. He's going to roll it to the number 4. Back to the goalkeeper here. Crossfield back to that left wing now, but well cut out there by O'Connor. Pass it back to their centre-back there, and the centre-back passes it right back to Buxton. Now that's going to be an issue, and Buxton get the ball back. And this thing, Buxton just don't give up possession easy. It's a lot of hard work to get it back, and now they're on the attack. As I've been saying, they've not been attacking much. They've been on the attack more as the 17 cuts inside, tries to get the pass onto the left wing. It's behind the 14, but he gets it to the left wing back, cuts it back, and it crosses in, and well claimed by the trialist here. I would say that we're roughly 64 minutes into the game at the moment. 2-0 to Buxton. We are yet to have a goal in this second half as the trialist goalkeeper clears it away, headed backwards by the Buxton man. DeFalco on the chase, headed backwards again, but that is going to go back to the goalkeeper again, and seems to be quite a regular thing that, as the Buxton goalkeeper rolls it in front of him. And it's going to be cleared away by their goalkeeper after a bit of passing between him and the central defence. It's on their left wing now, back to their 14. Though his touch is heavy and will be covered by the trial centre-back. Pass it back to the goalkeeper. Puts him in a bit of a dangerous spot with a closing down striker, but he does clear it away. But that clearance away is just going to end up back at the Buxton goalkeeper. And it does feel like we work very, very hard to get the ball back, and then we do give it away a bit quicker than maybe we wanted to. As it's back with the goalkeeper. If you want to get involved in this stream, please do comment. We've just had Mark Joyce, who I believe is a Buxton fan. Diego likes a new ball. Do you, Stocksbridge? Doesn't cost too much, lol. If it doesn't cost too much, well, I imagine that means it's a Conference North ball. We can't have Conference North balls until we get to the Conference North. One of the problems there. As their 17 gets on the attack, he's almost got the beat in the number 3 there, but he's covered it well, R3, and he's going to cover it before passing it. Oh, his centre-back's been caught out there. It almost intercepted by the Buxton man, but it's touched heavy in the trial. The centre-back clears it away. DeFalco tries to head it down, but now it's going to go back to a Buxton centre defender. Do thank all the Buxton fans who may be listening today. If you couldn't make the game today with the sudden cancellation of your match against Steelage and then the sudden reorganisation, if you are a Buxton fan listening, do give us a hello. We do love seeing opposition fans get involved in these commentaries as well. Mostly because if we're beating you, I like to wind you up a bit. Can't do that at the moment with it being 2-0 to Buxton. And Buxton having the ball now before being fouled by the trialist winger for Stocksbridge. So it's with Buxton now, tries to turn the man there, the Buxton man, and he does. Trying it down that left wing was made marshal quite well, but the free kick's been given, the short free kick's taken. I think it's caught a few of the Steels players out. There's a great ball through to their 15, he shoots, it's 3-0. And out and off it. Again, one of these quick. I think Ian Richards is going to have a lot to talk about in terms of these really quick taking of set pieces, because they have consistently caught the Steels out in this game, and that is why it is 3-0 to Buxton now, because that throw-in completely caught the Steels defence out. By Jason Gilchrist. And the PA has informed me that substitute was Jason Gilchrist there, so very handy that. So it is frustrating there, because I think the Steels have done quite well in this second half, but with 67 minutes on the clock, it is now 3-0 to Buxton, and it may not be a pretty scoreline by the end of the day against the Conference North side. Just to let you know, just because we are fair journalists here, Pontefract Colours has said the punch by a Pontefract player, well, the claim that there's a punch is actually factually incorrect. As Stocksbridge make a change, it's Curtis Turner is going to make his return to the pitch with Mitch Langton going off. So that's. Yeah, I'm trying. So. Oh, that's Curtis Turner coming on for Mitch Langton there. Mitch Langton played with the longest time on the pitch before. Curtis Turner will probably pass it. So, takes the throw in here. Can we take him? We're going backwards here to the trial centre back who's trying to get it cross field to the left back trialist, who gets a great little touch there to control it and get it right under his feet. Passes it back to Oglesby here. who slips as he puts it over and tries. And it's going to be headed back. Well, actually, headed back to the other centre back, who heads it back to the goalkeeper. So back with the Buxton goalkeeper now. 3-0 to Buxton after that goal from Jason Gilchrist. We're not. I think that's going for Daryl Lama, so we'll try and update that part of the team here. So you'll see that change in a moment, as there's a bit of midfield battle going on at the moment, and Buxton got the ball back after that, so it's not the biggest surprise. So Stocksbridge had the ball after throwing there. Number 2 gets pushed down a bit, and it's going to be a free kick to Stocksbridge after that. So number 2's going to take it. He's been on the ball a lot, this left back, quite a lot for a left back. Gets the crossfield ball to Jordan Lemon, takes the touch, cuts inside, back to the number 12 Pryor here, forward to Turner, now out to Alex O'Connor on the right hand side. Back to Pryor, as we've seen some midfield triangles get formed here. Back to O'Connor, tries to get through to the winger, who is tackled, and Buxton get the ball back. And that seems to be our thing of the game at the moment. Buxton just getting the ball back after one sloppy pass. And that is also O'Connor giving the ball away. And also O'Connor using a bit of gamesmanship, because Buxton were about to take the quick free kick. These quick moves that have just done out Stocksbridge so consistently, but O'Connor took a touch of it to stop him from doing it. And that's probably the cleverest bit of the game you're going to see. So Buxton here with the ball, takes a quick pass back to here in midfield as they look to break through at the moment. Back to their 17 here on the right wing. Now to their number 12, takes the pass forward now. As the 14 Gilchrist here looks to turn, but he is tackled here, but the ball stays with Buxton for now. As Turner tries to get it back, but it's still going to stay. And Turner's going to foul him, and there's a free kick from shooting position for Buxton. So probably into the 70th minute of this game so far. So it's going to be a very interesting set piece here. It's a good shooting opportunity for sure from this sort of distance anyway. And he is going to get it with his right, so you do think he's going to look curling even for that far on near post. Looking for the near post, and it's a fantastic save from the trialist goalkeeper. That looked like it was just going to tuck itself right in there, and the trialist goalkeeper is very even with the save. It is going to be a throw-in very close to the corner flag here, and we're just waiting because Buxton want their specialist throw-in man to take it. Very close to the corner flag, as I think at the moment the Steels will probably just want to close the game out. Great pass here, he's going to put the cross in, it's headed towards goal by the 15, and it's just going to bounce harmlessly and with the goalkeeper now. He's taking a bit of time before he clears it out. So takes the pass here short to Jordan Lemon here. Jordan Lemon's going to take time for him, taking a long look to try and find DeFalco, but the touch there from Buxton stop it, they clear it out, it's going to bounce over, and this Buxton are just so good at keeping the ball even with clearances that it just feels like Buxton have constantly been on the ball in this second half. And that's a long run before Cody Pryor hauls the shirt off. In the game's advantage is keeping the 15, passes it short, but it's well cut out there by Stocksbridge. They try to get it to Greaves there, but that's cut out. A tackle tries to go in there from, I think, the number 20 centre back there, but in the end he misses it, and he's forced to retreat a bit sheepishly after missing out on that one. Buxton's still with the ball. They're in their own half now, though, as they pass the ball across their own midfield. It's some lovely passing here from Buxton here at the moment. So it's just a bit of passing there. Just having a look at a few of our comments that come through. That Mark Joyce, he's not here because he's at a Hebs footy up. And there is a shot from Buxton, and it trickles just wide, and I think it's going to be a corner kick. I think maybe the the trialist goalkeeper, so he gets a touch onto it. But thank you for commenting the commentary, Mark. We hope you maybe tune into some of our others when Buxton aren't playing, maybe even make a trip up to Brackenmore. It is interesting to see, obviously, a 3G pitch as well. Obviously, we do have a few of these in our league, though. This is looking like a more high-quality one than we used to at Worksop and Stockton. And Elliot Wilson, they're commenting DeFalco's Barmy Army. Hopefully we'll see some more of DeFalco during this second half, maybe see if we can get on the score sheet as well. As some good pressure there, stops the short corner there, and they're being forced to pass it back all the way to the goalkeeper, Buxton. As he takes the short pass there, keeper back to their centre-back, and DeFalco is closing down there, just can't get to it at the moment. DeFalco is just struggling to get into this game at times. We're not seeing him much on the ball. That was a loose pass from Buxton, but it does get through to Gilchrist. Now it's on their left wing. He's trying to find Gilchrist again, but it's well cut out by Jordan Lemon, who passes back to the trialist goalkeeper. And he's going to take a very dangerous short pass there, but it gets through to Pryor. Pryor's going to try the long ball looking for Greaves, but these long balls aren't really working because they're going a bit short and they're getting cut out. Stocksbridge on the attack here. Turner's going to try and find Greaves on the overlap, and it's just well muscled out by the number 4 trialist of Buxton that Stocksbridge getting to. It's a lovely ball from Turner, a lovely idea, and in the end it does, though, because of that, some good physicality from the number 4. The goalkeeper here will gather it. So Matt here, he's going to lay it on the floor, this trialist goalkeeper, just outside his box. Go on, Clark. Give him a rush and make him panic for a second. We've got a couple of goals like that this year. He doesn't. Long ball's going to go towards the right wing. It's headed on in more centrally. Headed out by 15 here. Turner gets his foot in there, and Turner's going to do the long ball looking for Greaves to chase, but going to be knocked by the Buxman. He's going to find Greaves on the over. Greaves with a bit of space. Greaves tries to chest it down. Greaves takes a shot. It's blocked. It's a corner kick to Stocksbridge. And Clark Greaves, who has, when he gets a chance on the ball, looked very lively on the left wing today. By the way, Mark, we're not on the tram link yet. That's a sore issue. It's a thing that may be happening, maybe not. We don't know. It's a mess. Well, we don't know what's going on. So it's a corner kick here to Stocksbridge. Here on this left-hand side, look, I'm trying to see who's taking it here, because it's not Curtis Turner who's been taken usually. It's going to be an outswinger. The outswinger's in. It's a good lucky corner. Header just wide by the Steels. That's the closest they've come in this game. Trying to see who got it. I think the man who got the header onto it went right behind the phone mast that blocks the view of part of that thing. Not sure who got onto that header there. But it was probably the closest. The Seals got a free header, and well, maybe if we get some more corner routines like that, we will see some more goals from corners this season. Stocksbridge back on the ball in their own defence at the moment, and as it's with one of the centre backs here now, with Turner now. Turner trying to evade a challenge, but get it through to Lemon, who's trying to get it cut through here. Cleared away by Buxton, but only to Curtis Turner in midfield, who finds the number 2 here. He takes a touch. He's going to cut inside for a second before putting the pass through to O'Connor. The 1-2 back to the number 2. Puts the ball. It's a teasing ball. The trialist winger gets a shot goalwards, but it's wide and it's a goal kick. And this is some of the best football we've seen from Stocksbridge during this game, as they are looking quite dangerous at the moment, as we've seen 2 shots on goal in 2 minutes. Isn't it awesome? So it's going to be the goal kick here behind the mast. So he could be doing the YMCA, the goalkeeper, for all I know. I don't know. I can't see him. If he is doing the YMCA, there's some film footage, even though I've just made that up on my head. As his goal kick goes over everyone's head, it's going to be a throwing back to Stocksbridge. And Stocksbridge get the ball back quite quickly here. And for the first time in this game, I think the Steels are starting to just get a bit of pressure together, a bit of being able to just pile a bit on and just see if we can break down this Buxton defence before the end of the game, as the number 2 clips the ball forward here. Handed away by Buxton here off the foremost, and the 4's just been a bit slow to get up here. It's another throw-in to Stocksbridge here. So, has been very positive. It's on our fan, Sam, who's got the ball there, back playing ball boy today, as the number 2 tries to get the throw into the corner, but it's headed away by... And we're looking forward to it. We had a friendly there last year, and we hope it's going to be a good game there. We did lose last year though, so hopefully a bit better than that. As Lemon advances here, plenty of space. Lemon's going to take the shot as well, but it's just going to go right to the goalkeeper there. Lemon being a bit overconfident there, though he didn't score any goals last season for the Steels, as we see the Stocksbridge centre-back just charge into the back of a Buxton man in a free kick. We are roughly about 79 minutes into this game so far. Not long to go in this one. Stocksbridge losing 3-0, though they are looking quite good as this little 1-2 is a bit of give and go. It's just a bit ahead of the try swinger. I think the wrong option, should have put it ahead of DeFalco there, was in a bit more space. But look, some really good little glimpses of good football in this game against what are a very good side, Buxton. They've been very impressive. I've liked the way that they get the ball down, that they play good football, and they do. It's those quick set pieces. The fact they're completely alive every time they get a set piece, whether it be free kick, corner, throwing. That's where they've outdone Stocksbridge today. That's where they've caught our defence out, because in some of these open play situations, the Stocksbridge defence has been, for the most part, solid. It's just in those situations there, as Stocksbridge get the ball forward. O'Connor knocks it off a Buxton man, but it does go back to them in the end. Though the trialist winger has won it out there. He's going to try and keep it in as he bounces toward the right-hand side. He just doesn't manage it, and he hurdles that side. The advertisements for Markowitz very well, and well, I thought there may have been a bit of a clumsy accident there, but he jumped over it like there were nothing else. It is back with the Buxton defence now. Thank you. We got our peak listenership at the moment on the commentary, so thank you to everyone who's listening at the moment as we get to the last 10 minutes of this match. Yeah. So Buxton on the ball, throw it to their central midfield, back in their defence now. Back to the centre defence, through to their midfield, and Buxton happy just to pass the ball around, but the closing down to and Curtis Turner is running around trying to close down, though Buxton have beaten his press. They almost beat the number 2's press as well, but they pass it back to their own defence there. As Stocksbridge's attempt at pressing here is really working. It's stopping Buxton get out their own half for sure, as Turner looks to press 18. A lot of man-on shouts as well. Here, DeFalco is going to look to press the goalkeeper a bit here. Greaves is pressing up, and Buxton are being pressed right in their own box here. Little mistouch from number 2, and he's knocked out for a throw-in, and I have to say the pressing from Stocksbridge during that was fantastic. The throw goes in the box. DeFalco evades one challenge. He's trying to get to the byline. He evades it. He's just about, it goes down in the box. No penalty given. Buxton get the ball back. No shouts from Stocksbridge for a penalty, maybe half an appeal, and now Buxton are on the counter-attack here. Gilchrist on the right wing, loads of space. He's got one man, the number 15 in the middle. He's been closed down well. The first tackle's gone in. He's evaded it. He's passed it back to the number 12. Stocksbridge are back in defence now. Number 12 puts the ball. It's a great ball. It's cleared away by Jordan Lemon. It's high. It's back to Buxton now in midfield. And it's with the number 12 on the right wing now. Number 12 back now. 1-2 here. Back with 12 on the right wing. He's looking for his space. He's trying to fight with 14 on the overlap. 14's got to the byline here, but he's been forced into his own corner flag. Pass back to the 18. And a little back heel flick. Tries to get into the box. No one's onto it. It's with the trialist goalkeeper. And that shows you how deadly Buxton could be from the counter-attack. Though maybe they could be a bit quicker in that final third. It could have been 3-0. I think it was the fact he only had one option in the box. Long ball here to the winger here. Can he control it? If he does, he could be in a good position. He's being harried by the number 4. Looking for an option to go backwards with. He gets one now. Out with DeFalco. DeFalco's going to try and get to the byline. And the tackle goes in on him. And I'm surprised. It could be a corner kick. I thought that was going to be the free kick there. But obviously the referee believing he got to the ball before the man. Corner kick to Stocksbridge. DeFalco looking livelier as we get into these last 10 minutes of the game. So it's going to be a corner kick, and we saw Stocksbridge get close with a corner with the last one. That header going just wide. Not sure who that was from though. We're going to see if the Steels can break their own deadlock now. It would be great just to come back with one goal, especially towards the end of the game. Corner's in, it's headed on, but it's going to go behind the left-hand side, but Stocksbridge are the first onto it. DeFalco puts the cross in, it's very high, it's just going to go chested down by Buxton. Buxton have a job keeping it in the box. before going out for a corner, but to clear it away, the 15 is going to chest it down, and he's got some space, and Buxton gets fouled as well, so that's going to end that bit of pressure there. So we are on the 84th minute here, 3-0 to Buxton. Stocksbridge have looked better in the last 10 minutes of the game, though. It is Buxton with the ball now as they press forward. See if they can make it 4. Now, pass it forward here. It's with Buxton now as they pass it in on them between the midfield and defence. They're very comfortable doing this. Maybe it might be a bit of a concern. I don't think they're trying particularly to press forward and break the Stocksbridge defence at the moment. The job is done for this game, but it is quite nice to see, though. As much as it was wonderful to see that Stocksbridge press, I'd want to see more of that. I just really hope that they can get the fitness up to do that consistently over 90 minutes. Because while it's nice seeing it that 1 or 2 times, you just know that's going to pay dividends at our league. Because I think the teams we play in our league aren't going to be as good at the passes, but Buxton are, and even Buxton got a bit cut out by it. Big long ball there, has got Buxton in the danger area. They're on the right wing now. It's Gilchrist on the right wing. Here, he's just going to try and beat him. He's got 2 men in front of him. The little layover has given him some space, though, but he's passed it back instead. The short pass here has been cut out by Jordan Lemon. His run out has been cut out, and Buxton with the ball back here now. The number 6 here, Newton, pass it short here. Just on the edge of the box here with their number 15. He creates space, takes a shot, it's blocked. And now DeFalco is going to be the first on that. Takes a touch backwards. Pass it here to the number left back trialist. He's pushing forward. He's going to go on his own before 2 men tackle him. And now he's going to rush back to get back in position because there is a bit of a gap behind him, though I can see that it was being covered a bit as well. Buxton with on the attack in their midfield. And they're going to find Gilchrist here. Plenty of space on the right. He's got plenty of space. Going to take the shot. Well saved. There's a chance here for 4. It's blocked off the line there, but I believe the trialist centre-back could have been 4. I think the number 3 trialist, as great as he's been, he left that space in behind him. They found it, Buxton, and it could have been 4. But now Greaves is going to try and get onto it here in an attacking position, but they do pass it back to their goalkeeper. So it is now Buxton with the ball in their own midfield. As they pass the ball here, as he's doing comfortably, but you can see how good attacking they are. Gilchrist especially has been lively along with his goal in this second half. So it is the 86th minute in this game, 3-0 to Buxton as we close in. I think the result is assured as the 15 for Buxton has the ball, plenty of space. He finds the 17 on the overlap. Loads of space from the right wing if he can keep it in. He does. He's got the trialist left back, puts the cross in, header down, it's just wide of the left post. There. And Buxton are looking like they are going to get a 4th in this game before the end is done. So, well, some great opportunities for Buxton in these last part of the game. They are showing their Conference North quality so far. So, it's cleared away here. To the on-line winger, goes over the head and Buxton get the ball back. But that long pass forward is intercepted by centre back. Is back to left back. It's a bit loose, but it's going to go to him anyway. Clears it away. Headed forward though by the right back of Buxton. Turner tries to intercept. He's a bit bundled over, but O'Connor was there to rescue him a bit. Or Pryor, actually. And now Buxton are on the attack though because they've got the ball back. The number 10 is running. The number 10 takes a shot, and that would have been a great goal had it gone in, but it's clearly over. Buxton looking very good in these last moments of the game. So it's going to, the Chinese goalkeeper gets the ball here. We're going to see a goal kick very soon. So it's going to take an opportunity. It's cleared away here. So aim towards Clark Goose wing now. Headed away by Buxton and headed forward though by O'Connor and then cleared by Buxton. We got to centre back who heads it back. We're going to get a bit of head tennis. Actually, no, Buxton shut it down. Buxton have got it to their feet. And Gilchrist going to touch it along, but Stockbridge do clear it away. So with Pryor now. Pryor takes a touch before putting it onto the left-hand side with number 2 here, and his pass is off target. Oh! The number 2 for Buxton misses that as we get the full-time whistle here. It is Buxton 3, Stocksbridge Park Steels 0. Buxton were 2-0 in the second half. The first goal coming from Diego Derelamo. The lovely touch. They caught the Stocksbridge Steels defence out on a quick free kick. A great pass to Derelamo, found him in the box, and a great finish. Made it 1-0. Then, just before the half ended, it was a brilliant push play passing between the trialist and Derelamo, and that gave the trialist a good shout for why he should be given a contract. That made it 2-0 before half, and in the second half, it was a very quick throw-in that caught out the Steels defence, and that was Jason Gilchrist, who scored with a very tidy finish after being played clear. It's 3-0 to Buxton. We thank Buxton for their quick organisation and their fantastic hosting of this game. We look forward to seeing you on Friday for the game against Emily. We want to thank DB Sports, our newest members of the Gold Club, and we're going to look forward to seeing you over on Emily. See you then. I've been Adam Allcroft. Thank you very much. Drink needed.